Welcome to another edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love. Mwah. We did a video yesterday, the day before, losing track, but about how every moment is perfect. You know, don't wait for the big things. Every moment in life is perfect. We had some responses, some discussions with some people around, well, what if this or what if that, right?
Right. And we also got into you are perfect at this exact moment, right? Everything is just as it's supposed to be.
Right.
So we talked about in the previous video, don't wait until you get that perfect job to meet the right person. Don't wait until you lose 10 pounds to, go out and put yourself out there to meet that right person. So, this video is, are you taking the gifts of yourself for granted? Right? Because I think a lot of people do. We get up every morning, and if you're fortunate, like we are, your legs work, and your arms work, and your eyes work, and you can hear. Jeffrey and I had a really intense discussion this morning about, somebody who doesn't have sight. So are we taking these gifts for granted? Now, if you don't have sight, that's a different gift, right? You're gifted with other senses that, I'm sure that I am not even aware of, right? And I think it's so important that people understand that whatever their particular gifts are, whether you're a person who does get up every day and your entire body works, or whether you, you have some disabilities, physical disabilities, whatever those are, these are gifts that we can't take for granted, right? Because we are perfect as we are.
Yeah, well, I think so. You're talking about, the basic things in life. I mean, are great gifts. It's being grateful for your heart beating through the night. You're able to breathe in the morning. Waking up another day above ground. You hear a lot of older folks say this, another day above ground. I mean, it's like kind of funny, but you know what? It's a great way to look at life. I got another great day in front of me, and I'm so lucky. I think if you start that way each day, it's pretty easy to understand about how lucky we actually are, right?
Absolutely, because if you wake up and you start thinking about problems or negative thoughts, this is going to set the course for your day. Whereas you could wake up every single day and just simply, the first thing you think of is, wow, first of all, I woke up. There's a gift in itself, right? I get another day to spend on this beautiful planet experiencing whatever's going to come my way. Secondly, this morning when I woke up, I did this big stretch and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you for this amazing physical body that I have, right? You can't worry about if your physical body, is perfect in the sense of looking through a magazine where something's been airbrushed. I mean, if you're going to start comparing yourself, you're going to steal all the joy in life. So instead I was thinking, it's amazing. I have this body, I've got these legs. I'm going to get out of bed and walk myself to the coffee machine without really thinking about it. So simple, but yet it set the precedence for this really, perfect day that I'm going to have.
Oh no, it's great. You set out on the right foot. I mean, that's the way you need to start. And even outside of it, it's not just looks, it's like aches and pains and things like.
Right.
I was doing some research this morning. It was some Neville Goddard stuff where basically you're connecting yourself with a philosophy like health. I am healthy. And you just kind of make that connection association. It was pretty deep. It was going back to how we're all one and one with God was his whole thing. Once you decide to make that connection and you understand it, it is what it is. So the health thing clicked with me because, as we're getting older, I'm not going to lie, we start getting down this rabbit hole of, we had this thing with, the sickness, and I had a cough. What is that? You start focusing on it, and before you know it, you start manifesting this stuff.
Right.
So I'm on a whole new bent about, I'm healthy. I mean, it's just, I'm really focused on that. So going back to Karen's point, when you get up and make that stretch and you could either say, oh yeah, I'm a little tight, my legs are tight, I went on a hike yesterday, or I pulled my back a little bit moving something in the Jeep. You can focus on that, or you can focus on, wow, my body works great, I can go get a cup of coffee and I can go out in the sun today and do whatever I want to do.
Exactly.
Right?
Even if you're in a situation where you are struggling with an illness, and maybe it's even a terminal illness. We watched this movie the other night and it just really hit me hard. It impacted me. She had a terminal illness and she had a huge love of the beach in the summer. And she said, this is my focus. This summer is going to be my best summer ever. And it made me start thinking that she could focus on the fact that she might not be there for the whole summer or all of the worries of not feeling well, but the focus was solely on the beautiful beach that she loves so much and putting her bare feet into the sand and listening to the waves. And however many moments of that summer she was going to enjoy, they were going to be the best moments of her life. And I think it's really important that we don't take all of these moments for granted. I'm hearing a lot of people are really depressed right now. And, my heart goes out to these people because we are not guaranteed that tomorrow is here. And so if we lose today, because our thoughts are really dark and deep, it's a day gone and it might be your last day. So focus goes where energy flows. Energy flows where focus goes,
There you
right?
go. Right, yes.
Well, it goes both ways.
Of course it does,
really
yeah.
does.
Right.
And I think that, the message is that we are all perfect as we are with whatever, I don't even want to use the word issues because that implies we're not perfect, but it's the only way I can describe it. We need to embrace our gifts.
People get caught up in things like they're issues and they really aren't issues. That's why I don't want to call it that. Right? I mean, you're focused on something that is either a stumbling block or an obstacle or something you don't like, I guess is what you're talking about. And you just need to focus on all the good and all the opportunity out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think you got some good points.
Yeah. Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from the Nest at Copper Mountain.
Thanks for listening.